Hey guys, what is going on? McMole2 here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you footage of Sabine and clones in Phase 2. You guys have been asking about this since pretty much she came out into the game, so I'm finally doing it just so you guys can stop bothering me. But really, I think that this team is not going to work overall. I'll go into detail about why that is exactly. We'll talk about the mods on Sabine, we'll talk about the overall strategy of how you want to use her in this team. But also, before we go any further, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be out of town for the next 2 weeks. So if you have any questions or anything like that, just kind of hold them or ask them wherever. I'll get to them whenever I get back. But yeah, just want to give you guys a heads up, let you know I will not be back for a while. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the mods on Sabine, and then we will go into the overall strategy for this team. So when it comes to what you want to stack up on Sabine, you want to go for a mixture of crit chance, offense, and speed. You can see I'm running a speed primary arrow. I've got a crit damage triangle on her. But you can see I'm really stacking up that bonus offense, that bonus crit chance, that bonus speed. So that's what you want to go for. You really want to make sure that you can get the max potential damage out of her. So you can see that I'm running her at 219 speed with a 51% crit chance. And what's going to happen there is her unique gives her another 25% crit chance. And that's going to stack in with the Cody lead, where Cody's going to give her another 15, so she's really going to be around 90% crit chance this entire fight. And then she's going to have another 25% crit damage on top of that with her unique. You can see I've got her Darksaber Strike Omega'd, and that's so she gives the 50% minus armor reduction on her Darksaber Strike every time she uses it. So I'll talk about that. You've got her Demolish, that's at level 7, you don't need to do anything with that. And then Blasters Akimbo, I don't have that Omega. I could probably Omega it and get some bonus damage out of her. But again, this team is not viable, and I'll talk about that with the overall strategy. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the mods. You can see I've run her at gear 11. And in terms of her overall stats, she's sitting at 19, almost 20,000 health. And so that's not too bad. She's gonna have some issues though there. I'll go into detail about that. And only 5% health steal. And yeah, that's just going to cause some issues with her. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the strategy, and we'll go from there. Now, when it comes to Sabine, the most important thing that you need to be doing with her is using her Darksaber Strike on the side turrets, and there's a reason for that, and there's a reason why I'm not using it on the main tank with the topple, and that's because thanks to Morale 1 bonus, your units already have 100% defense penetration, so using the Armor Shred on the main body of the tank is going to give you no return at all whatsoever. There's just no point to it, and you're going to be doing more damage with her basic attack as it is. So don't use her Darksaber Strike when the tank is down. There's no point to it. And you just want to kind of spam her basic attacks. It really helps build up her damage overall. And thanks to her double and triple tap with her Akimbo Blasters, you're really never going to lose out on 212 attacks. So you can see here in a second when Sabine is up, I'm going to use her Darksaber Strike on these turrets, and you just have to kind of keep in mind of what turret you've done Darksaber Strike on twice already, because with the Omega, it's 50% per stack. And you can see that these turrets are basically just melting at this point, because they have no defense left. Your clones and Sabine are just tearing through them. So that is the best part about using with her Darksaber Strike here. But the one drawback that you're going to notice as this fight goes on is that she has pretty much no health steal, and she really just doesn't have a lot of bonus health here. So with her attack, she's not getting a lot of bonus damage in it, because remember her attacks after the first one only do 75% of the original damage. So you can see here the first one does about 10,000, but the rest not so much. So maybe if she gets that Omega, maybe I can take her all the way through. I lost her 2 turns before Enrage, so I think if I could Omega and maybe buff up her health a little bit more, maybe I could get her to last the entire fight. But overall, I only did about 25% of Phase 2 with this team, so that's only 4 to 5 million. So it's not the best team. You're going to find much better returns with Clones or Java's Scavenger or Scarecrow Pathfinder, one of those teams. So you can see here, you know, she's kind of getting her health back, and you can see I'm pretty much never losing out on 212 attacks. I've got all my clones running at 80% crit chance once Cody's leadership kicks in. So there really is no, there's really no loss of overall damage, thanks because everyone just has all that crit chance. You can see there, Fives is just doing massive amounts of damage with his basic attack alone. So once I've got the 2 side turrets with the Armor Shred on, I then go ahead and use the Darksaber Strike on the top turret, and that should pretty much get 100% defense penetration for everyone on all these turrets. You can see here in a second, and that turret's just kind of gone. There's really nothing left of it, and that's the best thing about these Armor Shreds, is that it just takes apart this turret. But anyways, guys, so Yeah, that's the main issue. You'll see here as the fight goes on, there's not much more to cover here. You'll see, Sabine eventually, she just dies because she doesn't have the health steal or the offense to really just kind of be able to survive through all these dots. So that is why she's not working too well. With Ezra, he at least does more damage with his basic attacks and his flourish. He's got the same amount of health steal, but he does way more damage, and that is why he was able to last the entire time. That's with the Team Ezrodi. I'll link that down below in case you guys want to see that. But yeah, this is just me kind of just experimenting with these different Phoenix characters, seeing who goes with what team. I've got Sabine and Rebels in Phase 4. I've got that video coming up later. And then, of course, I do have some Phoenix just by themselves in Phases 2 and also Phases 4. So yeah, we'll take a good look at Phoenix in the raid, since everybody wants to know now, since they've been kind of forced to level up and gear up their Phoenix for Thrawn. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the strategy. I'll let the rest of this video finish out. You're not going to see a damage screen at the end because it was way too early to post, and I don't feel like making my guild hate me more than it already does. So anyways, guys, if you all have any questions, again, I'm out of town for the next 2 weeks, but feel free to ask and I'll try to get to them when I get back. But as always, guys, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what you guys think about this, and yeah, just enjoy the video, and I will talk to you guys later.